For this recipe, you're going to need some coconut oil, some extra virgin olive oil or regular olive oil will do, some avocado oil, some sweet almond oil, some vitamin E oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, and some measuring spoons. And of course, a bowl or container that will be heat safe where you can place all of the oils in. I'm choosing to use 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to start off because coconut oil is one of the few oils that can actually penetrate the hair's shaft, so I'm pretty generous with this. Next, I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. I love extra virgin olive oil because it's really great at softening hair and retaining moisture, so I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of that as well. So I'm going to be using some Jamaican black castor oil that I got from Rooted Treasure. This stuff is amazing and I love it. And of course, as we all know, Jamaican black castor oil is really great at stimulating the scalp and encouraging hair growth and hair thickness. I'm only using 1 tablespoon of avocado oil because it's one of the pricier oils, but it's also very effective. 1 tablespoon of sweet almond oil, a really great oil for reducing shedding. I'm using a little bit of vitamin E oil because of its healing properties. It's really good for the scalp. I'm using a dash of jojoba oil, also really great for the scalp and just overall very moisturizing. So I've got all the oils here. As you can see, the coconut oil is still relatively solid and the castor oil has separated because it's one of the thicker oils. So to get all of these oils to mingle, I am going to warm them up. I've boiled some water and I'm going to pour that water into this aluminum bowl, and then I'll place the bowl with the oil inside that in order for the oils to warm up. I tried to make sure that the water wasn't at a full boil, but just until I could see the steam start to rise and a few bubbles forming, that's when I turned it off and I transferred the water over. I didn't want to make it too scalding hot. To help the oils mix even better, I decided to stir it here and there. It probably took about a minute for all the oils to fully melt, and afterwards I removed it from the warm water bath and transferred it over to an applicator bottle to make it easier to apply to my hair. Alright, so when it comes to the application process, I like to work in sections. As you can see, I have my hair in twists right now and they're really dry and in need of some TLC. So starting at the back, I'm just unraveling a few pieces, and then I'm going to go in and spray my hair with some warm water. That's going to help to soften my hair and make it easier to work with. I like to make sure my hair is quite fully saturated, not sopping wet, but wet enough that it's easier to work with. And I'm just going to go in and find any knots or tangles and gently remove them. And once I feel like my hair has enough saturation and I've added enough water to it, I am just going to go ahead and apply the oil. Using an applicator bottle makes this process so much easier and a lot less messy. So I love to make sure that I'm getting it right on my scalp, and then I'll go in and massage it just to help to lift any dirt and to just stimulate the scalp as well. And then I'll just run the oil down the length of my hair and go back in and apply a little bit more. If you've never tried a hot oil treatment before, you should know that it's a really great way to allow moisture and nutrients to penetrate the hair shaft. Because the heat opens the cuticle of the hair, all of that goodness from the oils is really able to get in there and repair and restore and kind of just revitalize your hair. Of course, this is something that will start to show after a prolonged period of time, so it's a little bit harder to see after one use, but it's still worth a try. And now I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So just getting my hair sprayed with water and running it through, distributing that evenly and going in with some oil. I try to spend enough time making sure that my hair is being fully saturated and that there aren't any pieces that are being neglected. That's kind of why you see me separating the hair into those smaller sections as I move my hands down the hair, just to make sure that I can actually feel that the oil is evenly distributed. And of course, don't forget your ends because they're the oldest part of your hair and they need the most moisture. So I am going to go ahead and tackle the rest of this hair, which is very dry at the moment, as you can see. But I don't do hot oil treatments that often, only because the oils that I use are oils that I don't want to use up too quickly. So oils that are less expensive and easier for me to find are oils that I'll use on a more regular basis for styling and moisturizing my hair. But when it comes to hot oil treatments, I save my more expensive oils or more indulgent oils for that kind of treatment on my hair. And that's pretty much it. I have my hair fully oiled up, and now I'm gonna put a plastic bag over my hair and let that sit for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna apply some heat, and afterwards I'm just gonna proceed with my wash day as usual. If you decide to do this, please feel free to let me know how your experience goes and leave that in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next time.